Hey, this is TJ from TJOnTheRoad.com, coming to you today looking again at the Modal Electronics Argon8. Today we're going to look at the architecture of the synth, we're going to look at the Modal app, and we're going to build a new preset right from scratch. So grab your coffee or whatever you like, and let's check it out. Okay, so we're here with the Argon8. We're going to talk a little bit about the architecture of the synth, and we're also going to look at the Modal app. So to start out with, let's look at the oscillators here. You have two oscillators, and they contain different waveforms and waveform banks, and they also contain wave mods, okay, and a phase mod. So there's individual wave mods per oscillator and a phase mod for both of them. All right, so if you want to change a wave here, you can just go to the wave here and you can change it. All right. If you want to change the bank, these are the virtual analog. You want to change the banks to some of the different banks that are available, you got to hit the shift. Okay. And you get the different banks. If you go to the app, you can see you do the same thing. Here's the wave. You can change the wave just by clicking and holding it. And if you want to change the bank, you change the bank up here. All right, so we're going to leave it on that one. And for number 2, oscillator 2, let's see what we got here. Let's try something. How about like that? And we can see here on the app that waveform. Okay. And we can also see that we can change the wave mod. Okay. Now on the keyboard itself, there is a special command to change that. You have to hit the patch, hold that, and then you change the wave encoder. And you can see the change on the app. Okay. And we'll do that for number 2, oscillator 2. Okay. And then you can also change the mix between the two. You see that on the display as well as on the app. So we'll leave that in the middle. You can change the spread. Okay. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay. Nice little digital sound. You can look at here on the app and you can easily change other parameters. So with the app, maybe some of the drift. You can obviously also do this on the keyboard itself. Sometimes I find the app a little bit faster to use, but you may choose to not use the app, excuse me. Change some of the fine tuning. See where it's going. Okay, that's kind of vanilla. Let's move over to the filter. Give it a little bit. All right, and we add a little bit of resonance. Okay, we'll leave it right there. Now you have 3 different envelopes here on the keyboard. You can see them. There's the filter, the amp envelope, and the modulation envelope. So let's slow down the attack on the filter. And lower the sustain. Okay, we're going to make a pad sound. And we'll increase the depth. Okay, then we're going to go to the amp. Nice slow attack on that. Increase the decay, lower the sustain, and increase the release. that sounds nice. And one thing I forgot on the oscillators is you have the phase mods, the different modulations that you can use. You can use, looks like here on the app, the phase mod, ring mod, amp mod, hard sync, wind sync, shaper. Let's try some phase modulation. You'll see here, you can change the amount of that and the type here. So I'm going to change the amount, increase that some, see what that does. Okay, that's nice. Nice start sound. Let's go into the LFO section and see if we can do some modulations. Now, with the LFOs, you got two of those. Okay, when you want to route the assignments of the LFOs, all you need to do is hit this button here. Okay, and you go to where you want to assign it. So say I want to assign LFO 1 to the cutoff. I go here and hit that. You can raise the depth. Okay, then I hit the button again to turn off the assignment, and now maybe want to change the rate. Okay, I'll lower the depth. All right, and if I want to change the mode, I got to hit the shift. All right, because I want to let that go free running, so it doesn't re-trigger. Whoops, wrong one. So now that's free running. Okay, that's a nice building of a basic pad type sound. Okay, and you can continue to build your modulations, say with LFO 2. Let's assign that to the resonance. Okay, and I want to increase the rate on that. Change the type to some type of random. All right, let's try that on the app, see what that looks like. So if you go to the app, all you need to do is hit the wave and click it, and you can change it. Something like that. Okay, that sounds like fun. All right, and now we can also use the app, to do additional modulations. Okay, so down here is the source at the bottom. Okay, so let's say I want to use the third envelope, the modulation envelope, and I want to change that to the morph. I want to take that to the morph of the filter, and the morph of the filter changes it from a low pass to a high pass filter. You can see that here. So I assign that to here. Now, if I take that with a longer attack, bring down this to sustain, well, maybe shorten the attack a little bit. And there, let's see what that sounds like. Of course, I got to increase the amount of the modulation. All right, so we routed the third envelope generator to the filter morph. All right, and you can continue doing that. All you need to do is select the source and then the destination. Okay, let's try some other things like the effects. Okay, so let's say I want to go to the effects section. This is up on the top row of the keyboard. I want to give it a little bit of distortion. let's just say for the distortion, I want to go and modulate that. It's a little easier to do it on the app. So I'm going to go to the app here, and I want to use that random LFO number 2. And I'm going to route that to the distortion right here. Okay. Okay, that sounds like fun. And then maybe for the envelope, the third envelope, I'm going to route that to one of the waves. So let's say that. All right, so there's the third envelope. And now I'm going to send that to wave number 2, so it goes through the waves. And we'll also do that for number 1. Why not? Doesn't let me do that. You can only set one source. Excuse me, one destination. So I've got to do the wave 2. There we go. All right, that sounds like fun. Let's add some effects. So you have 3 effects here, okay? And it's a little easier to do this on the app. So you have chorus, flanger, tremolo, lo-fi, delay, and reverb. So I'm going to put a flanger in there, a negative flanger. Okay, that's slot 1. And how about a delay in slot 2? Ping pong. And we'll put a little bit of low pass on that. All right, and then in slot 3, how about some reverb? All right, now obviously you can add additional destinations and sources up in the mod matrix, as you see here in the app. But one of the fun things to do is to do that also in the sequencer. Okay, so I have a sequence already made here, which I drew the different ones. Okay, so if I run that sequence, just hit play here. All right, you're going to see that it's going to change the wave and it's going to change the effects level. So let's see what happens there. Okay, now if I want to, I can assign that to something else. Let's say, for example, I want to assign that to the filter depth. Okay, I click here. All right, and then I can just draw something. And we'll see how that worked out. All right, that made it kind of a little wild. So instead of me drawing it, I can just hit the record here on the keyboard. Okay. And then I can record it live right here from the filter envelope depth knob. Okay, and that should be something a little bit more modest. So let's see how that worked out. All right, that's almost it. Just put it in a little bit of a negative position. So let's try that one more time. Okay, so you saw up on the app how it changed there. Okay, and if you looked on the top where the envelope was, you can see where it changed the depth as well. So using the sequencer, the 4 lanes that are available is really fun to add additional modulation routings. Well, hey, that's it. It's the Modal Electronics Argon8 digital synthesizer. It's a very nice synth. It has a really warm sound for a digital synth. Comes with an awesome app that's ready to go right out of the box when they announced it. Not a lot of synth manufacturers have that all ready to go, so I applaud them for that. It also has the 4 sequencer lanes that you can use for modulation. That really adds a lot of extra depth to the synth. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please do check out tjontheroad.com for a lot more to come there, as well as please subscribe to this channel. And mostly, thank you for your support.